Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is to set up our character. Go to File, Project Window. Here we're going to go ahead and hit New. Make sure that you know the location where you're placing your folder. Repeat the name there and click Accept. Then we're going to go into File, Set Project. Click there, set it up. Now go and download the images for the character references. And once you do, you're going to place them on their source folder. Go into the newly created folder and open source images and paste your pictures here. Do not open 3D Paint textures and put it there. Put it on the source images. Once done, X that out. Open your front view. Go to View, Image Plane, Import Image. Select the front view. Now we're going to move the character in place so that the line is directly through the middle. Now here we're going to push it slightly back, maybe about there. Now go into your side view. View, Image Plane, Import Image. Select the side. Click open. Same thing. Place the feet on top of the line. Then push it slightly back so that you can see your entire character. Make sure that both images are aligned properly. What I like doing is opening up a new layer, placing both of those source images on the layer. So right click, hold as selected objects, and then set this to R for references, so that way you cannot select them by mistake. And now we're ready to get started here. Let me actually push this back a little bit. There you go, so that we have enough space there to work. I'm going to start off by creating a cylinder. Go into the inputs. Subdivision axis, change that to 8. Subdivision height, change that to 6. One quick change I'm going to do here. Make sure to click off the reference option on the layer. And then I'm going to increase the size of these. Let's change the width and the height. Let's do 190 on each. Now that's better. Make sure to keep the 0.12 and 0.96 so that the scale is still where it needs to be. Let's repeat the same process with the side view. One more time, just move them off center. Let's just make sure now that they are aligned. All right, set it back to reference. And so going back to our cylinder, we're just going to scale this up. And at this point, we're just going to go to the front view and line it up with the actual arm. So just align it into place. Once you have that, select the vertices. You can press 4. And if it's hard to see, another good thing that you can do, you can go press 5 and go into shading, X-rays. And now you'll be able to see what you're doing on your work. Select all these, scale them in. The idea here is that we get as close as possible to your reference. This might take a little bit of time. Just do the work and be patient. Feel free to grab the slicer or the edge loop tool and add loops wherever it's needed. The idea here is that you get as close as possible to the reference. We don't have to be perfect, but we want to get close enough. Just blocking out that shape roughly. Now, notice that we only worked on the front view. We still need to work now with the side view. Go to Object Mode and move it into place. By the way, you can also select the faces on the cap and just delete them. You can do the same at the top. Then selecting the vertices again, we're just going to move the whole thing into place. Remember that if you have a difficulty watching your reference, you can go into shading, X-ray. This should make things easier. Again, what we're going for is a close approximation. Doesn't have to be perfect at this point. It just needs to be blocked out. Let me just double check my front view one more time. Still looking pretty good. Over here, started noticing that my wrist's not looking that good. So let me just push in some of these. That's much better. Go to Object Mode and then hit 3. There you go. You successfully set up your character and created the arm. Let's go ahead and continue on the next video.